You see, this is why you don't mess with people that are living out in the middle of nowhere minding their own business, because they don't play. Old Henry is brought to us by director Potsy Ponzarelli and stars Tim Blake Nelson, Stephen Dorff, and Gavin Lewis. So Old Henry is about a man and his son that live out in the middle of nowhere in the Oklahoma Territory in 1906. The man, Henry, played by Tim Blake Nelson, is just a guy trying to make it on his own, out here being a farmer, and teach his son Wyatt, played by Gavin Lewis, to be the best that he can be. One day they discover a rider who's been shot, so they bring him in to try and nurse him back to health. When a sheriff named Ketchum, played by Stephen Dorff, and his posse show up and request of Henry to turn over this man, Henry feels as if something's up and respectfully denies their request. And from there, shit goes sideways. So I'm gonna throw something out there right from the jump. This movie was fucking awesome. What starts as a fairly simple story ends up taking quite a few twists and turns throughout its runtime. And some of those twists and turns, yeah, that's some shit I didn't see coming. The story is a bit low-key at first, and it does seem like it's a slow burn, but it's not. There's always something happening in this movie. It's got a great pace that gives the story and characters time to breathe, but it never seems too slow or plotted. And the final third is just like amazingly awesome, with a reveal that is just perfect. This story, with the way that it's constructed and put together and just put out there for us to experience, was just kind of perfect. I really enjoyed this movie. Tim Blake Nelson is excellent as Henry. He's a character that is pretty no nonsense, and you can tell that he kind of has contempt for pretty much everybody else on earth, but he is trying to be the best that he can be. But you get the feeling that there is more to Henry than meets the eye. There is something else going on with this guy, and yeah, you'd be right. Because when the shit goes down, little old Henry, yeah, well, let's just say it's worth the wait. Told you the motherfuckers out in the middle of nowhere don't play! But Nelson is not the only one. Pretty much everybody here does a great job, but the one that surprised me the most would definitely be Stephen Dorff. Yes, Stephen Frost from Blade Dorff actually turns in a good performance. Not even just good, I gotta say that this performance was kinda great. I'm not gonna say the guy's never had a good performance, but let's be real, there are quite a few Stephen Dorff performances out there that maybe are, let's call them, less than good. But here, no, he is great as Sheriff Ketchum. And that goes for everybody on board here. This was just a great cast of characters doing a great fucking job all around. The movie looks great too, but not like just pretty great, which yes, there are some pretty shots in the movie. That's fine, but no, it looks authentic. Everything looks great here, from the locations and the authentically grimy costumes to the great camera work and cinematography. This is just a fantastically looking film. There are some shots of the Oklahoma Territory in this movie that are just beautiful. This is more than just competent. This is a really good looking fucking movie, even in those really grimy, nasty types of scenes that there are quite a few of in this movie. It still just looks great. It has a nice score too, and it never gets in the way. They knew how to use this score. They knew when it was, and more importantly, when it was not needed. Sometimes the score just isn't needed, and the absence of music can make the scene seem all the more gritty, potent, and real. And the filmmakers knew when those moments were, and it really worked here. Guys, Old Henry just kind of came out of nowhere. I knew nothing about this movie, but it was just fucking awesome. And that ending, oh my god, holy shit. I'm pretty hard pressed to find any negatives in this movie. It was just fantastic all around. It has a really cool story that ends up taking some twists and turns I just wasn't expecting. It has some great performances and looks fantastic. Overall, this movie is just phenomenal, which is to say that it is absolutely 100% without a doubt a unicorn. I don't know what else I could say to convince anybody to watch this movie. This movie was just great. So I mean, if you're looking for just a great movie to watch for the night, then check out Old Henry, and I think you're gonna have a fantastic time with it. So there it is, guys, my review of Old Henry. If you enjoyed and want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and help my little channel grow. If you want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon in the description below and become a jarhead and get some of the awesome benefits that go along with that, like these guys, and possibly join my top tier and become a bad motherfucker like my man Greg and Dragon Con. If you liked what I had to say, give me a like. If not, let me know in the comments below why. And as always, stay sexy, Oklahoma.
Where'd you come from?
Every place on earth but this.
So it took everything I had not to spoil this movie. Please go see this movie. Do not watch any other videos about it. Don't even watch the trailer. What I said, you're not really gonna get much more from it, and you just don't want this spoiled. The reveal in this movie, or one of the reveals, when you see the movie, you'll know which one I'm talking about, is just so fucking perfect. It is awesome. And I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to do you guys a disservice. I'm not going to do a spoiler warning or anything like that. I'm just going to say it is worth it. Go see this movie. It is fucking phenomenal. Really, that reveal,